C, and today I have a massive unboxing video for you guys. So I went a little wild on Black Friday and I bought 8 diamond paintings. I also bought some stuff on Cyber Monday, but I will show that in a different video. If this takes forever, I might need to break it up into 2. If I do need to break it up into 2, it will most likely be the Yume Arts and actually, you know what, probably mostly just the Yume Arts in a separate video, like a part 2. Anyways, to not make this 20 hours long, I'm gonna jump into it. We're gonna get started on unboxing some of these guys. I will be right back. Alright, so here we go. The first one, I will do a full proper unboxing. The other ones, I will just do a brief overview of the diamonds and then we'll find the specials. So first up is Saturn by Rory Trin. It is a square diamond painting, so we have the blue square as well as the blue image up at the top. Painting, I will move this out of the way. I should say I am a Diamond Art Club affiliate. So there's a link as well as a code on my Instagram if you choose to use it. Thank you, but do not feel like you have to. There are much better codes out there. And support some creators or not, your choice. But don't feel like you have to use mine. Anyways, it comes with this logbook sticker, so you can use this in your logbook. Some people put them on the sides of the boxes, or some people are super creative and make cover minders out of these. I am not that creative. I usually just cut out the image and put it on top of my Elizabeth Ward containers. This is the only toolkit we are looking at today. Inside we get awesome pen and squishy, a pair of tweezers. These only come in the square kits. We have a cover minder. This varies, I should say the color on the pen and squishy varies as well, but this varies kit to kit. This is an adorable little seashell. We're gonna put it away. I have a pin banner that I put all the magnets on. Okay, and gorgeous washi tape. Like, this is some pretty stuff. Anyways, we have baggies, baggies, some heart-shaped wax. There's 2 of those, a 4 and a 7 placer. These ones are really thin, so they're nice to use. And a little tray. Oh, no, that does not go in there. That goes over there. Awesome. So, oh, and I ripped it. Your diamond painting comes inside of this branded dust bag, just to keep any unwanted stuff from covering your painting. That will go there. All right. Okay. I have purchased all of the Sailors. You may look at this and think it's concerned, but it's not. This will flatten out in no time. I have purchased all of Rory Trin's Sailor Scouts so far, and I am so excited. Oh, you got a little crunched, but it's fine. As long as it's still sticky. Oh yeah, now we're fine. All right, so inside we have our diamonds. A little thank you pamphlet from the founder, Angie. So you have what's included, tips and tricks, another discount code, step-by-step instructions, Diamond Art Club's video on how to, as well as a link to their Facebook group. It's a good place to look for people who are working on kits or have completed kits. There's also like voting and special things going on in there every once in a while. There's also QR codes to the apps, and you get 20% off your first purchase. Garbage. We are actually going to roll this up before we take a look at the sticker sheet. So we're just going to... Oh, no. Good. We're going to roll this backwards. You can roll any poured glue canvas backwards. Just don't do it on any like double-sided adhesive or mounted glue. I haven't seen much of that recently, so I think that's kind of phased out. But the main point is, pour glue, this is fine. Double-sided adhesive, do not do this. Alright, and whoop, there she is. And it's laying pretty flat now. Except this one corner, but I will deal with that later. This one corner. We're gonna scoot this up just a little bit. That's not what I wanted to happen. There we go. And we're gonna take a look at this sticker sheet. So we have Saturn by Rory Trin. It is, on our sheet we have our start and end date, a larger image, and this one is beautiful. It is a square diamond painting, 55.8 by 83.7 centimeters. In this kit, anything below 150 is an AB drill, which we will take a look at when we get in here. I say 150, but the highest I've ever seen Diamond Art Club go is 141. But anyways, we have 3 ABs. And if we look down at the bottom, way over here, anything with a letter in front is also a special drill. Z is our fairy dust drills. So those are exciting. Actually, those are going to be pretty colors. Anyways, just a brief look at the symbols. Nothing seems super confusing or like I would get them mixed up. Yeah, okay. How do I want to do this? Do I care? No. Sorry, I was thinking out loud. Sometimes I store the drills separately, but if I take them out of this baggie, I can never get them back in here. I don't know how other people do it, but they never go back. So that's the thing. But I won't take it out of the box. I will keep it stored. Cool, cool. Let's start with this strip. I won't read all the numbers. I'll just, if there's multiple bags, I will let you know. But we have, to start with, 3 bags of 550. Woo! Starting off strong. Let's see if I can make this a little easier to see. Cool. Not really, but it'll work. Some nice purpley neutrals. Ooh. 4 bags of 154. Which is not showing very well, but it is like a reddy brown purpley color. 3 bags of 939. 2 bags of 3041. 2 bags of 3858. And here is our first fairy dust. Z554. So a fairy dust, let's see if I can get a good look at it. Is a diamond has like this very fine mica powder on the top of it. Maybe you can see it there. In this case, it looks purpley, but these are not super strong. Like, you will not see them as super vibrant as the ABs. They give a more subtle effect and shimmer, so they're very pretty. Actually, out of all the diamonds, all the special diamonds that Diamond Art Club has, I think the fairy dust are my favorite. Let's go with this strip. So we have 2 bags of 310, which is not a lot. I wish my lighting was cooperating with me. 2 bags of 327. Here is our first AB. So AB stands for Aurora Borealis. It is an iridescent coating that is placed on top of the drills that often reflect colors like the northern lights. So you have blues and purples and pinks and greens reflected on these diamonds. This is 125. So it is an off-white, almost very pale minty color with that beautiful coating on top, which is reflecting pretty much every color. Which you will find with the more neutral ones. So that's gorgeous. Oh, and then right beside it, we have our next fairy dust, Z676. Yeah. So this one has more of a gold glitter in the tops of it. Very pretty. Still got more. And these ones are just getting into the smaller bags. So yeah, Diamond Art Club makes all their own colors in-house. I don't see it on here, but they've also started introducing their own colors now that they have more control over dye lots. So super cool. But lots of pretty colors in this one. And then we have our next AB 141. This is your pure white color with that iridescent coating. Very similar to 125. Actually, we could probably show you. With me, as if there's someone here with me. So you can see this is the 125. It is the very pale mint, and this is your 141, which is your pure white. Awesome. Next up, some more just like small handful colors, your browns, your purples, your pinks. This is a very pretty pink. So yeah, beautiful colors. And then this is our final special drill. We have 121, which is a really dark purple. I would almost say this is like a 550. So you can see that the iridescent coating is a lot more noticeable, more vibrant on these darker drills. And this one is reflecting more greens and blues than pinks and purples. So let's continue on. And then just tiny handfuls. I would assume like some of these guys you would use maybe 5 diamonds tops. Just for how few there are. Okay. What's up? We will start at the top. This is a long one. Oh, I didn't even do like a proper... Before we get into the canvas, I bumped it. I'm so sorry. I didn't even give you a proper tour, which I completely forgot. So on this canvas, at the top, you have Do What Makes You Sparkle by Diamond Art Club. You have a legend down on the top left, as well as one on the bottom right. At the very bottom of our canvas, this is bothering me right now because I want to fix it. There we go. We have our image with our pasting area, the SKU, as well as the name, and our dimensions, as well as copyright. So this just means that the artist is aware and has agreed to have this done as a diamond painting, are being fairly compensated for their work. We have Diamond Art Club's social media at the bottom, as well as another discount code. Again, don't pay full price. And then their lifetime warranty. So if anything goes wrong, send them an email and they will help you where they can. But it's pretty much a... I haven't had... Well, I've had to use it once and they were incredibly helpful. And that is like 4 years of... 3 years? 3 years of working on Diamond Art Club kits? I don't know. Something like that. Anyways, we are looking for the symbols number 1, 2, and the white dot... Nope, black dot on a white background for our ABs. And the anchor and the little slash for our fairy dust. So let's take a look and see where we can find the 1s, 1, 2s, or slash, 1, 2, or dots to start with. Cool. Okay, this is going to be stunning. This whole arc here is 2s, which is that mint AB. Followed by all of this is that slash, so all of this light pale yellowy is that slash, so that is our fairy dust. And then we have some of the white just sprinkled in here for her headpiece. And then we also have 2s up in her, I can't remember what this is called, but it's along the edge here, which is that pale minty color. And then down here, have I seen any anchors? No. Okay, we're gonna keep going. And we're gonna get into her hair. All of this is one, so that is that purple AB. And then we have just a few doing some highlighting, some whites in her eyes, her nose, some more of that purple in her eyes. These dots down here, so in her earrings, and just behind her is that white AB. Actually, this line and then sprinkled in here is that white, and actually there's a couple too sprinkled in there as well. Oh, here's the anchor. So that purple fairy dust is also in her hair, just down the edge of her shirt, dress, sash, whatever it is, right along here. And more of the slashes in her jewelry, so that's that yellowy browny fairy dust. More of that fairy dust here, more ABs along here, more of that mint AB here. The anchors are this line here, which is that purple fairy dust. Let's keep her moving. Oh, all of this in here has twos, so there's that mint highlighting in here. Another line of twos, some anchors, actually pretty much the mint, the white, and the anchor or the purple AB is all in here. White AB all along here. Am I still in frame? Barely. But yeah, some white doing outlining here, and this is a huge chunk of that 2 AB. Same thing here. This is anchors going into that 2, so that purple fairy dust into that mint AB. More of that purple fairy dust, purple fairy dust. There's so much of it. We have more of the 2s right along the edge here. We have white, white into purple again. Where are the 2s along here? And then just a ton of that purple AB actually all in her dress along here. More over here. Back over here. Cool, so the rest of this is in frame, just for my reference. More of that yellowy browny fairy dust in here. More of it down here, sprinkled in here, along with more of that mint. Yeah, and then all of this is like some of the purple in here is all that purple fairy dust. Some 2s, and then more of the yellowy fairy dust in here. And then just some highlighting of the 2s and the fairy dust in here as well. I am absolutely in love with this. I think at this point there's, I want to say 3 or 4 left. We still haven't gotten Sailor Moon yet. But when the rest of the scouts come out and I have all of them, that is when I'm going to work on them. So maybe I'll do a massive series of it. But anyways, this is Saturn by Rory Trin. We are at 20 minutes, so time to pull out the next one. I won't do a full unboxing like this again. The next one will be a quick glance at the drills and then a hunt for the specials. I will be back. All right, next up I have Springbringer by JoJo Arts. This one is absolutely massive. So I might not be able to get the, this is from Saturn. Well, so I might not be able to get the entire thing in frame, but it's fine. Okay, so let's get into this. And I ripped the dust bag again. Can someone tell me in the comments below when I'm done these how many of my bags I ripped? Because I am sure I will announce it every single time. I'm curious if I managed to open one of them without ripping it. Oh my gosh! Look at the little, oh, you can't even see it, but there's a little bunny down here. I'll turn it on its side. Let's actually do that because I can't get the full thing in frame. Okay, first up, look at this little bunny! God, this is gorgeous! I love the sakura tree. It's so pretty. And all the detailing on here. Oh, it's not even a star. It's not even a tree. It's just flowers on its antlers, but it's adorable. Garbage. Okay, so this is Springbringer. It is a massive, gorgeous, amazing piece. I love this. I saw in the Facebook group that apparently there is a twin piece to this one, so I have to go do some research and figure it out, but this is gorgeous. I love all of this detail and the colors. Anyways, it is square 93 by 70. It has 2 ABs, 105 and 131, and then we get down to the bottom. So this 6,000 is the, I'm blanking on words, is Diamond Art Club's new diamonds where they're filling in gaps in the DMC that they think so we can get more accurate renderings. Awesome. L563 is an iridescent diamond, so that's your rhinestones or your crystals, however you would like to say it. And then we have 3 fairy dust, Z159, Z3346, and 3733. Let's take a look at these. I don't know if I mentioned all of the diamond art in my previous part of this video, the first part. All of the drills have the sticker with the SKU and the name of the kit, so if you store things separately like I do, you can easily match up the items. No, never mind. Cool. I'm never getting it back in here, but I will keep this because when I kit up, I throw all of my trash in that. So that way it doesn't fly anywhere, everywhere, and my cats don't steal the garbage. Because it crinkles and they like it. Anyways, so here we go. Let's zoom in just a little bit more. We're just going to do super quick flyby because I don't want this video to be hours long. That's it for 310. Not bad. This is our first fairy dust, Z337. Definitely has a more pinky color up to it. I mean the mica powder on top. But yeah. Z3346 is our next one. It's a green. I love all the colors in this kit. This is gorgeous. Like, this is right up my alley. Yeah. Like, these colors right here. This is some of my favorite coloring. Sorry, the diamonds are all twisted up. Some browns, some more of those greens. Our next fairy dust, this bluey gray color. And this is one of Diamond Art Club's own DMC. Oh, no, we're skipping ahead. Thank you. Here's our iridescent crystal. I love that color. That's gorgeous. There's 2 bags of it. Some more browns. Greens. That's a pretty pink. And then this is our small handful of diamonds. Oh, almost went right past this. This is our first AB. Nope. Maybe? Yes, this is our first AB 105. So a nice brown. Our second AB 131. And that's it. I highly doubt you'll use more than 5 of these last ones, but they give 20% more extra. 20% more than you'll need to make sure that you have enough. Okay. No, we're still good. Okay, so let's start from this side because I already have it showing. We are looking for the numbers 1, 2. Oh boy, the triangle, a down arrow. I'm gonna keep this right by me. A tenna and a little V. Okay. So right off the bat, I could see V, which is that pink fairy dust, just kind of sprinkled in throughout here on the berries. And then we move down a little bit. There is one iridescent right in his eye. And all of these, this gorgeous detailing throughout him is all. We also have the V's sprinkled throughout the entirety of these blossoms, which is the lightest pink color. Have I seen 2s yet? No, we're getting there. So more of that highlighting in here of the iridescent. There is some like dashes in here that is not the iridescent, but it's still there. We have more of the 1s highlighting throughout here. We have 2s in this little butterfly. We have V's in this guy here. Is that another butterfly or flowers? That's flowers. We also have more of that iridescent just all throughout here. And of course, the pink fairy dust in here. Down at the bottom on this side. We can probably zoom in just a little bit more. We have that orangey yellow in the flowers. I didn't roll this one backwards, so it's going to fight me a little bit because it hasn't had a chance to flatten out, but it's fine. There we go. We have a couple of the 1s, that brown AB in this guy. More of the 1s over here. More of the 2s down here. What am I missing? Okay. Where's that arrow? So we have a couple of that bluey gray fairy dust up here. More of the 2s. No V's up there. More but the 2s in here. So this little guy, this little antenna-esque thing, is actually sprinkled all throughout the greenery. So that's gorgeous. Where's that arrow? Did I miss it? I did. Okay, we'll go back and we'll take a look at it. But you also have more of the 2s in here. And then that green. And of course, all of the iridescent is still going throughout these wisps. It's even up in here. All the way to, like, this is all the way out here. So that's gorgeous. More of that pink fairy dust in those flowers. You can't even see what I'm doing. More of the pink fairy dust in these guys over here. More of the 1s in the bunny's ear. Oh, and on his little tail. An iridescent in this guy's eye. Actually, all the animals have an iridescent in their eye. I love that. And then a couple of 1s here. There's 1s throughout this owl's wings. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna go back to where I missed that blue fairy dust. And it is in the ice and the snow. So all of this ice is outlined by that bluey green fairy dust. And then you come back down here and it is highlighting in the snow, along the tree, all down in here. Oh, this one is gorgeous. I'm so excited. When I will work on this one, I don't know, but it is high on my list. I would love to do it when the seasons start changing, but we'll see if I get to that point. Very, very quickly, here is our washi tape and our cover minder. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next kit. Be back. Kit number 3, Goddess of Spring by Chrysabug. I don't know if I said, but I have a few automatic buy artists from Diamond Art Club. Chrysabug being one of them. I think as of right now, because so many kits came out on Black Friday, I actually missed out on a couple. I think I am missing 4 kits that Chrysabug has with Diamond Art Club. I will eventually be getting them once, like if they restock or if I need a second kit to get free shipping because I refuse to pay for shipping, especially if it's from Diamond Art Club. But here we go. Oh, look at her face. This one's gonna be gorgeous. I think I'm also missing Taurus and Aquarius. They sold out on me and I'm kind of sad about that. But it's fine. Like, I have all the other zodiacs that have come out so far, but it's fine. That goes in the oh, I missed. That goes in the garbage. We have 2 sticker sheets. So this is Goss's Spring. It is a square 50.8 by 78.7. We have 3 ABs, 83 colors with 1, 2, 3, 4 fairy dust, 1 rhinestone. Am I gonna have to bump this up on my to-do list? I'm never gonna be able to get those back in there. Like, I gave up. I tried for both of the previous kits and it's not happening. I give up. Let's zoom right on in. Get nothing close. Also, if the lighting changes throughout this video, I apologize. It is winter here. I started recording at 8. It is almost 9. And now the sun had to decide to finally start to show itself. So, maybe by the end of these unboxings, the sun will actually be up. Who knows? We are quickly approaching winter solstice here, which I believe is the shortest day of the year in terms of daylight. So it's just gonna keep getting darker and darker. Breaking my poor heart. Ooh, 2 bags of 310? That's it? Alright. Okay. Sorry, I saw a glimpse of our first special. And I'm very excited. Here we go. 141 white AB. If you jumped ahead in this video and you're wondering why I'm not doing a full unboxing, check out my very first one. Because I go full in depth and then I'm just doing brief overviews to not make this 20 hours long. This is 108, another green AB. That's a pretty color. Ooh, I see a fairy dust. Alright, here's our first fairy dust, Z961. That's gorgeous. I love this color too. Our second fairy dust, Z744, a nice yellow. 126, a pale purple, like lavender AB. Awesome. These are some gorgeous colors. Ooh, I like this one. Oh, and it's a fairy dust, Z597. Nice, pretty blue. Here we go, our rhinestone L3823. It is like a goldy pale yellow color. Z892, yeah, I read that right. Another pink one for a fairy dust. And then colors that you probably won't use more than 5 to 10 of, but Diamond Art Club likes to include extras for you. Awesome. Did I say, how many colors does this have? 83 colors. Wild. We're going to zoom out until we can see the edges, and good old fashioned, we're going to just roll it down as we go. So we're looking for 1, 2, and the white dot for our AB. I don't know why, like, I'm never going to remember all of this, but I'm like, I'm going to take a look and we're going to remember. We're not going to remember that. Cool. Those are just going to sit right here so I can see. Anyways, so right off the bat, we have our white AB in this halo, and actually pretty much all behind her in here as well as the same, like all back here is that white AB, white AB, white AB. And then our iridescent, that crystal right up here. As well as some of that yellow fairy dust sprinkled in here, doing some highlighting of like the antlers and the flowers. Anything else? Okay. We have more of that yellow right in here on both sides. The yellow is the N. And then we have our up arrow. Is that in here? Up, check mark. Not that I can see. I am most likely going to miss a lot just because of how many specials there are. More of that N sprinkled in here, so that yellow fairy dust. We have the ones up in this part of the plant. Again, white is all back here with more of that N in here. More of that green in these guys. Here we go. Can you still see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. So we have the one all in these greenery in here, as well as up in here. The one is kind of hard to see from where I'm standing. It is very, very pale, but I'm sure once I'm closer and actually working on it, it'll be fine. We have the up arrow at the center of these flowers, which is that pink fairy dust. We have that bluey tealy one in her dress. Fairy dust, I mean. Sorry. More of that N, the green. Let's keep her moving. Where are we? Cool. Have I seen more of the green AB in here? Anything else? Oh, the check mark is in her leg, so in here. And that's that pink fairy dust. More of that bluey, greeny, gray, tealy fairy dust in here. I say that, but it's this guy that I'm talking about, the blue one. It's all in here. We have more of that up arrow, of course, more of the ones in the greenery. So we have the up arrow in these flowers. Not in this one, surprisingly. More of that second pink one in these check marks. Am I at the bottom? There we go. So we have more of the ones in all of these greenery. Nothing in this flower. Oh no, there's like a few sprinkled along the edges in here. Never mind. More of the ones all throughout here. And that looks to be it. I'm excited to see how the fairy dust and the ABs and all that play together in this arc. Oh, I didn't even notice this. Up in here as well is that blue fairy dust. It's just kind of sprinkled in here. Oh, and then we got one lone pink one way out here. I'll probably just replace that because it'll be weird. I didn't even mention there's a couple of the iridescents sprinkled at the bottom too. The iridescent and the yellow fairy dust. Awesome. Wow, look at me go. I'm getting quicker each time. Anyways, that is Goddess of Spring. Super excited for this one. I don't know if I actually want to work on this one right away, or because I have all of the other goddesses for Crystalbug, if I want to work on them at the same time again. Anyways, here is our, oh, that's gorgeous. Here's our washi tape. You can't quite tell, but it's like little flowers and it's blue and purple. And then, there we go. Our little seashell cover minder. Adorable. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I have 2 more to go. Well, and then we'll see if I need to break this up into 2 videos or not. Anyways, I'll be back. Alright, kit number 4, Memento Mori by Rika Sophia Räikkönen. Ooh, that might be wrong. So the name of this kit makes me laugh every single time because did anyone watch Unus Annus, Markiplier, and Crank Gameplays? Their whole year-long project, whatever. the big saying was memento mori, so every time I look at the name, I see that, and I'm like, yeah. Part of me wants to go on a hunt for those videos, but that also destroys the whole purpose of that channel and those videos, so like, but it pretty much means like nothing lasts forever, so. Thank you for listening to my tangent while I unroll this. This is absolutely stunning already. Oh my gosh. Garbage, and I missed again. I didn't rip that bag, for anyone noticing. I didn't rip it. So we have Memento Mori. Here's the full image. Well, you can stare at her gorgeous face, or maybe she's staring at you. She might be staring into your soul. Here is. I either need sleep or I need to get my excitement in check, but like, we're fine. This one came with an option of round or squares. While squares are my absolute favorite, I wanted to get some more rounds because I have so few. And I plan on working on a lot of massive kits, which I need rounds to work on in between the squares. So I chose rounds for this one. We have 1AB, 115, and... okay, right! This is what made me so excited. You have every kind of special drill. So we have 1AB, we have K444, which is a metallic gold. It is gorgeous. We have a rhinestone, which is L972. I'm gonna guess it's more of a yellowy gold. And then 2 fairy dusts, which looks like a tealy and then like more darker teal aqua. Oh, I'm excited. Look at her face. Let me know, do you think she's staring into your soul? I think so. But I mean, like, good for her. Rip the beautiful packing job. I still don't understand. I'm never going to be able to make it work. Okay. Here we go. This kit also has some of my favorite colors. I think I've said that every single time. But red is my absolute favorite color. 115 is our AB, so bright cherry red. So like, red's my favorite color. That's the main color in this piece. I am excited. Here we go. 3 bags of 310. And then you have 3371, which is dark brown. Oh, these are, you have this like massive bag of 814 and then like sprinklings of fairy dust. So you have our first one, 992, which is more of that tealy aqua color, and then 368, which is more of a green. And, oh, no sneaking. There we go. Just tiny handful colors. This really isn't that large of a kit. I don't know if I said 50 by 70. It's really not that big. Here is our iridescent crystal, 972. I was close. It's more of a yellowy orange, so that's pretty. And our metallic K444. Love this color. And then more just tiny handfuls. Awesome. So we're looking for numbers 1, the little antenna thingy, J, K, and Woodsworth. What? The dude from Trigun. Anyways, so we have 1, this entire background. That's all 1. We also have ones at the tips of all these flowers. All in here. This is a giant patch of 1. We have ones in her eyes, 1 on her lips. But we also have J, which is that yellowy, orangey, iridescent, just kind of sprinkled throughout here. The K's are in here, just doing like every other one almost is that K, which is the tealy aqua-y fairy dust. And in the sides where you have the J's doing that outlining, you also have that green, I'm calling it Trigun because I can't think of his name, symbol all throughout the J's. We're gonna keep going. Where did I see that? No, I didn't. Maybe? Oh, no, I didn't. So we're gonna keep going. Am I still, where are we? Yeah, so in her lips. All down in her hair here. Some more of those J's sprinkled throughout, which is that iridescent. More of the iridescent, more of the J's. And then all of these antennas, so all of this is that metallic. Doing some highlighting in her sword. With the J's just kind of sprinkled throughout the bottom, like that's a J, that's a J, so. God, she's gorgeous. This frame must be 3371, no? 938, so it's like in a frame. This outer frame is 938. Where's the 10? Oh, the 10, 310 in the background is doing this stained glass effect. Okay, that's cool. What about here? That might be fun to change out. I usually talk about, sometimes I talk about enhancements. This would be one where I change this headpiece. Because what do we got? We got 3371 and N838. That'd be super easy to pick up some crystals and switching that out. That might be cool. Okay. What am I at? 8 minutes? Look at me go. This one was actually, like, this is a color blocking kit. I've been meaning to say if it's more color blocking or confetti, but here's our washi. And our cover minder. I have like 4 of these. But yes, this one is more color blocking than confetti, which is nice. It'll be a nice change of pace, but it's also a gorgeous image. Oof, my knee's acting up now. Sorry, I have a bad knee, and when I stand and do these for a long period of time, it acts up, but we're fine. Okay, this was kit number 4. I'm gonna move on to number 5. Be right back. And here we are, kit number 5, Familiar Magic by Chrysabug. This one also had, why are you still here? Sorry. This one also had the option of round or square. Again, I got round because I have a lot of squares, and even though they are my preference, I do like the occasional round, especially when I work on a lot of large kits, like Springbringer. Okay. Ah, look how cute. I was gonna say, look how cute the cat is, but you're not allowed to see apparently. Here we go. This is such a poor rolling job. Oh my. There we go. Oh, don't go. No. Oh. Sorry, things are falling. Garbage. I missed. Okay, so here we are. Familiar Magic. 55.8 by 70.6. Again, round. We have 2 ABs, 124 and 141. As well as, well, 66 colors with 2 fairy dust, 3608 and 3822. Awesome. Okay. Here we go. Starting off strong with some pinks. Purples. Ooh, you cut funny. 2 bags of 141. Yeah. Some browns, some pinks, some purples. Ooh, that's it for 310. That's nice. I actually really like 310s. I think they're gorgeous. But I find that Diamond Art Club's 310s are 310. And they are very dark. So it's nice. 3608, our first fairy dust, which is this pink. Adorable, love it. Some more purples, pinks. Nice. So these are just small handful colors. Oh, here is our next one, a yellow fairy dust. You probably won't use a whole lot of these guys. And there's also 20% more needed in the bag than you will actually use. Did we see? Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. Our last fairy dust. 120 fairy dust, last AB 124. A pink. Awesome. Let's zoom out to the edges. And we start right up top. So we're looking for one is the pink AB, the white with the dot is the white AB, the little antenna guy is our pink fairy dust, and the heart is our yellow fairy dust. Yes. So right off the top, we have white in here. White all in this, like, highlighting back here. That's white. White. The hearts in her... This is outlining her hair. This is her hair elastic with some more of the whites. We have pink all throughout her hair here. And all throughout her hair over here is that pink. Oh, the pink AB, as well as the pink fairy dust. And let's move down just a little bit so we can see their faces. So in her face, well, we have more of the pink AB and fairy dust in her hair, along doing some highlighting in here. We have that yellow fairy dust on her freckles and her nose and doing some outlining. We have the white in her eyes. And we have 2 of the pink fairy dust in this eye. And then we have more of the pink fairy dust in her hair down here. Now, our kitty cat friend is completely white ABs up in the face here. That's stunning. I wonder how that's going to look, because white ABs are not white. They're pink, purple, and blue. So I wonder how that's going to look for our feline friend. I'm sure it'll be pretty, but I'm curious. Okay, and then we have the pink fairy dust and AB in the ears, and then there's pink fairy dust over here. Also the yellow fairy dust in its eyes. Oh, and the whiskers are AB. With more of that AB back here, along in here, and down in here. Let's move down a little bit. We have more, like, this is a giant patch of that white. White on the paws. White all in here. More of the white AB. Couple of the yellow sprinkled in here. And then ones, so that pink AB along here. Pink AB and fairy dust in here. Some more of those hearts, which is the yellow. Some more of the pink down here. Or sorry, the white down here. That pink fairy dust in here. That's it. Awesome. I actually really like the size of this one. This is the round option. If you got the square option, the rendering would be the same. That was my stomach. I've had breakfast. I have not had lunch yet, but it's only 9. Why am I hungry? Sidetracked. Anyways, The square rendering will be the exact same, however, the canvas size would be slightly smaller because squares are like 2.4 millimeters and rounds are like 2.6. So it changes the canvas size. However, it will turn out, well, I don't want to say it'll turn out the exact same because squares and rounds have different effects. I prefer the effect of squares again, but I wanted a round kit, so woot. This is gorgeous. I absolutely love this. And of course, like, I absolutely adore cats. I probably won't work on this one right away. But it is super gorgeous. We have our blue with flowers and then a flower cover binder. I'm actually, I don't know if you know, but Diamond Art Club is getting rid of their cover binders and getting pre-cut release papers, or like tearaway release cover. It's not paper, it's going to be the same plastic, just with holes to tear at. And I am excited because I use like maybe one cover binder that I've gotten, and the rest are just over here collecting dust, so that's nice. I actually really enjoy that they're getting rid of the cover binders. But I know some people aren't, so... But you can't please everyone. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, super exciting. I'm gonna stop this now. I'll come back with the next one. Okay, so this is either the start of part 2 of my Black Friday unboxing, or if I can be successful this time on like my Halloween kits, this will all be one big video and this little speech is pointless. Anyways, I have Under the Stairs. If this is like a part 2, my Yume Arts, or a separate video, please go look at part 1 for a full unboxing of everything. I am only doing an overview of the diamonds and the specials. And the very first kit in that unboxing will be a full overview in case you're interested. But this is Under the Stairs by Yume Art. Yume is one of my automatic buy, does not matter what comes out. I will buy everything they do. I say that, but Flower Buns sold out on me, so hopefully it restocks soon so I can get it. That is the only Yume Art kit I am missing, sadly. Okay, I also have Flower Delivery. Well, obviously, I have all of their kits, and I think this one will go gorgeous with it. We actually need to zoom out a little. Awesome. Because look at how adorable Kiki is. Also, I love her cat's little fangs on the books. Garbage. I missed. So we have Under the Stair. Here's a full image. I am never going to be able to get this entire thing in frame, so this is the image. This also makes my reader heart very happy. If for some crazy reason you don't know, I'm a librarian. Books are my thing, and having this like a hidden nook surrounded by books is my absolute dream. I adore this with every fiber of my being. Okay, so we have 4 ABs, and at the bottom we have 1 fairy dust. Wonderful. Let's crack these open. As my soul dies a little more. I only say that because I will never be able to get these back in here. Never. It's not happening. I have tried many times today. It's a pointless endeavor. Alright. Let's zoom right on in and take a look at these diamonds. Again, I'm not reading these out. I'm just doing like a very, very brief look at them as we hunt for specials. Did I say the size on this thing? It is 70 by 96. Ooh, I love this color. So, here we go. Oh, here's our first fairy dust. 743. It is that yellowy color. Very pretty. It also has 59 colors. I skipped over a ton of information. But lots of browns and greens and blues. Oh, it's so pretty. We have 2 bags of 108 AB. That's another pretty color. 3809. Nice. And our small handfuls right off. Oh, that's another one. We have 129, a pale yellow AB. Some purples, blues, more beigey browns, 125, and off-white mint AB. It's fine. This is another pretty color. And our final AB, 133, an orange. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna go right up to the top. I'm gonna zoom you back out. Hopefully all my zooming in and out in this video is not making you guys nauseous. If it is, I am so sorry. I just don't have the best setup for large canvases like this. But somewhat flattened. Okay, so we're looking for 1 through 4 for ABs. And then the little dash line for our fairy dust. 1 through 4, let's go. Wait, oh, I'm hitting my stand with the canvas, of course. So if it's bumpy, I'm sorry. Okay, so first up, all of these little dashes, these little stars, is our fairy dust. Inside we have that mint AB. But ones are highlighting in the greenery. We also have some of the 3s, which is that pale yellow in the lantern. Same over here, pale yellow. A couple of 2s just kind of like sprinkled throughout this area over here. And then we have our yellow fairy dust. Moving down a little bit more, all of these, all in this greenery is that 1, with some of the pale yellow stars being that AB. We have more of that yellow fairy dust in these flowers, more all in here. In this star, we have that, it is almost entirely that pale yellow and the mint AB. Sorry, I really need to have some water. We have more of that pale, that yellow fairy dust in here, as well as all in here. And we have the 3 stars, which is that pale yellow AB. The 2 is the mint AB. Have we seen 4 yet? Yes, 4 is in this flower. Awesome. Let's move on down a little bit more. Cool. So more of the 3s and the fairy dust in these stars. Some 3s highlighting in here. We also have the 4s in her little bow. And then, I think, oh, why am I blanking? I think her cat's name is Gigi, but in his eyes, we have the pale yellow AB, the fairy dust. Her eye has some of the mint AB. We have 4s, 1s, and that 4, 1, 3, and the fairy dust all in these flowers. We have 3 highlighting in these books. We have, do we? No, we don't. We have 3s in this little pink Totoro. 3s in here. I don't know if it's actually Totoro. I can't remember the little dude's name from the movies. It's been a while since I've seen the movies, but Christmas break is in like 3 weeks. So I'll watch them all again then. We have fairy dust and the 4s. We have fairy dust and the 3s, which is that pale yellow. We have more of the 1s in all of these plants. even down in here, we have the 3s, the fairy dust, and the 4s. Let's get the bottom of this in frame. Beautiful. We have the 1s in all of this green, as well as some ABs. Nope, fairy dust. The red ABs are in here, more the fairy dust here. Green ABs all in here. Green ABs, some 2s at the center of these flowers. 1s all in here, as well as the yellow fairy dust in there, and more 2s in the flowers. Woot! 9 minutes. It's not a race. I'm just saying the numbers for my own knowledge, so I have an approximate time frame. But here we go. This makes my reader heart insanely happy. February is I Love to Read month. So this one might be on my list of kids to work on during February. I also think Abigail and Sophia, the Diamond Help Desk, and I can't say it, but it starts Schwartz Design. I can't say the word. It has the letters I can't say all smushed together. Anyways, I think they're doing a reading event either in February or March, so this might make it onto the list. I do have a different one I'm working on though. For sure. Anyways. This is gorgeous. And I mean, there's a lot of confetti, but there's also good chunks of like line blocking. So like in all of these books, you just have lines of the same color. Oh, I don't have this color yet. Another macaroon and some flower washi tape. Nice. Half of me, okay, here's a random thought while I throw this out. Half of me wants to go back to France just to eat these cookies again. The sole reasoning I want to go back to France. Oh, where did my magnet go? It's probably still in here. Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. The sole reasoning for me going back to France is so I can eat food. Not to view any of the pretty sights. No, no. I want the food. Okay. I'm going to roll this up and come back with my next Yume art. Alright, here we go. Yume art number 2. Sorry, I just got distracted. There was a squirrel running across the street. I thought it was a cat. Oh, they're playing with each other. Look at them go! Sorry. Anyways, this is the second Yume art kit, Inner Garden. This is stunning. Not one that I thought I would find myself purchasing, but something about it is just absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna go on a hunt, I think, and see what Yume Art has to say about this piece, because is there no? Oh no, it's there. Okay. Something about this piece speaks to me in some way, and I can't pinpoint why. So I'm gonna do some hunting and see what Yume Art has to say about it, because I'm curious. This is the bottom. Awesome. So we're just gonna roll up and see as we go. Maybe it's the colorings, maybe it's the flowers. I don't know, but something, this is a massive kit too. It's 60 by 90. So another big canvas, but totally gorgeous. Like, look at that face. And I love the mask. You have the flowers on both sides. Gorgeous. Do I make it in this time? Yes, I do. So we have Inner Garden by Yume Art. Here is the full artwork. Again, I'm never going to be able to get the full thing in frame. So here we go. And it is square 60 by 90. We have 2 ABs, 4 fairy dusts. Let's open this up. Gosh, this is gorgeous. I wonder if I can just like, oh so quickly see if she has anything to say about it. Not that I could find. Ooh! There's another piece that looks similar that's gorgeous. Oh, I love that. It's called Breathe Me Away. That's pretty. Okay, anyways, I got distracted. So let's take a look at these diamonds. And then we will get into this kit. Or into the specials. This is our background color. Which there is going to be a ton of color blocking in the background. And then I have a feeling she will be highly confetti heavy. So far we have 4 bags of 310. But like also, this is a gorgeous color. I love it. $9.39, some more blues, greens. That's pretty. Love that. Oh, some more 310. So now we're up to 7 bags of 310. And then we're on to our small bags. That's a gorgeous color. I love it so much. Our first fairy dust is this bluey gray. Oh, here's one AB, so 103. It's kind of like an orangey reddish color. Right next to our next fairy dust, which is 151. So the color, the mica powder on this one is incredibly faint, but it's a pink. And then our second and final AB, 101, a gray blue. Followed by this tiny bag. Oh, this is our next AB, or fairy dust, 340, which is purple. We have a green fairy dust, 704. Just some more purples and greens and browns. Lots of neutral colors. These are just tiny handful drills. Oh man. Sorry, I saw a delivery truck go by. They did not stop in front of my house. Rip me, I guess. I'm actually still waiting on one advent box to get here. And I don't think it's going to get here on time, which is sad. Anyway, so we're looking for 1s and 2s. Plus Y, corner, and W. But yes, so what I was saying, let's just zoom on out so we can see this canvas, is this entire background is color blocking. So all of this is 4s, and that's the same color. Well, it eventually transitions into C. So it's 168, which goes into 3024, which would have been all of the bags we saw right at the start. There is, I'm just taking a moment to look at this and have a sip of my coffee because I forgot. But this kit is gorgeous. I love all the flowers. Alright, let's get into finding these. Now that I've taken a weirdly timed break. So here we go. We have 1s outlining her nose and like the mouth of the mask. We have 2s in this flower, a couple sprinkled in here. 2s are all in this one, a couple up in here. We have the plus sign, which is that pink fairy dust in these flowers, and like the teeth of the mask in her eyes in this flower, down in here, along here. And oh yeah, some over here and over here as well. What about that Y? Oh yes, the Y is doing highlighting in her hair, which is that bluey gray AB. Some more of it down here in her hair, right along here. I don't see any more of the Y. What about the little, yes, the little corner is that purple fairy dust, which is in here. It is also, any over here? Yes, all over here as well. And W, not up here. Okay, let's If I miss any, I apologize. With so many specials, I am bound to miss something in a piece this highly confettied. So down in here, we have the plus signs over here in her wrist. We have W's sprinkled throughout this brighter part in these flowers, in this greenery. Some more of the plus signs in here. W's over in here, down in here, some more of the ones, so that bluey gray AB. Some 2's in here, and in this flower in here in her wrist. And what else? Any Y's or... Nope. Awesome, we're gonna keep going. How much more do we have? Not much. I'm not seeing anything in here. Well, that's not true. We have more of the W's in this part here, and also, nope, that's not AB. Sorry. Yeah, more of the W's there. We'll roll this up and scoot it on down. We at the bottom? We are. Actually, there's nothing down. Oh, no, that's a lie. There's ones in here, which is that blue AB, blue AB, blue AB. That's it. 2's over here. Yes. Oh, this piece is gorgeous. Like I've been saying for the other ones, like when this one is probably not one I'll work on soon. As gorgeous as it is, and as much as I love it, it is not one that I need to work on immediately, but I do look forward to working on it. Oh, I missed some Y's up at the top of her hair. But, like, I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. Okay. I didn't know if I said. It has 60 colors. Which is kind of surprising. Oh my god, look at the little bear. Look at the little bear. This is going on my... I have a little cart from Michael's over here. Nope, from IKEA. All the cover minders that I use go on the cart. That one's going on the cart. So we have our washi tape, which is green with flowers. Yeah, okay. I'm going to roll this up and move on to our final kit. I'll be right back. Here we go. This is my final Black Friday kit that I purchased. Seeding Imagination by Yume Art. This was Diamond Art Club's very first reveal. And with it being its first reveal, I knew I was in trouble during the week. Because if I loved the first one, I was bound to like a ton more. There is 6 other kits that I wishlisted. Nope, that's not true. There's like 8 other kits that I wishlisted, 4 of which have sold out on me. That doesn't include any Cyber Monday kits. So eventually I'm going to purchase those as well. But here we go. This is Seeding Imagination. And, oh my god. I adore Yume Art's style. Like, look at this. Look at her beautiful, like, the skirt of her dress. Oh, this is gorgeous. I love Yume Art's style. And I mean, that could be just because I am a huge anime nerd and fan, and that's her style is very much within that realm. But I love it. Cool. Look at the little turtle. It's not even little. Like, this thing is in my hand. Anyways, this is Seeding Imagination. It is 55.8 by 111.6. We have 3 ABs, 1 iridescent, and 3 fairy dust. So 54 colors. But this is also the only full image you will ever see because I cannot fit this in frame. But I love this. Oh, this makes me so happy. Okay, we're gonna take a look at these and see what we got. Also, blues are some of my favorite colors, so this is exciting. So we have so many of this like dark tealy blue. Lots of this pink. I don't know, guys, I'm just... Here we go. 2 bags of a white fairy dust. I'm just so excited for all of these kits. And I'm sad. I'm sad it's the end of the year. Oh, here we go. Z959. Because I don't start anything new in December. So all of these kits are just going to sit here until January. I like trying to go into the new year with no whips. L3854, which is like a coppery brown iridescent. That's pretty. Oh, look at that. 3 more bags of that white fairy dust. It's not going to happen this year, but I don't want to increase the number because that just means I have more whips to finish in January. So I'm trying to stop starting things and actually work on stuff. Here is the 3766. It is a pale light blue fairy dust. So yes, I'm trying to work on kits. 129, a pale yellow AB, instead of starting more. Look at this one. That's a beautiful color. Look at that. Love it. Have we seen everything yet? No. And then just small handful colors with our 120 AB. You know what? If I had to pick a favorite AB, this might be it. For no reason other than it's pretty. And this is 122. It is a pale green, almost like... I don't know what to describe it as. It's not neon, but it's almost neon green. I don't know. It's pretty. Okay, there we go. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Alright, we're gonna start at the top this time. No, we're gonna start at the bottom. We'll work our way up, because I'm already here. Here we go. So here we go. We have 1, 2, and 3 for our 1, 2, and 3 for our ABs. We have the check mark for our iridescent, E, the clover, and the dot for our fairy dust. So let's start way down here with our, is this another turtle? This is another turtle friend. Anyways, we got nothing down in this guy. Oh no, that's not true. There's a couple of 2s right there. We have check marks all in here, which is our iridescent. More of the check marks in our iridescent. Maybe, yeah, a couple of the clovers, which is that blue fairy dust. And then more of the check marks in here. More along here for the check marks. Oh, here we go. This here we have 2s, which is that greeny AB, as well as the check marks. 2s, check marks all in here, pretty much throughout this turtle guy. Some of the clovers, that blue fairy dust. We have a couple 3s in here, just sprinkled in there. We have more check marks all along here with the 2s. More in his head. More check marks in here along with that 2, so that green AB. What about E? Have I seen any E's? No, not yet. Okay. We're gonna roll this up and move on to... Sorry, it's just not gonna cooperate today. That's fine. We have 2s in here along with the check mark, more of the check mark here. Check marks all in here, which is that iridescent again. Iridescent all in here. And now we're getting into our E's, which is that 959 more tealy fairy dust along in here doing some highlighting. And then we also have our white fairy dust in here, in here, in here a little bit, with more of that blue fairy dust being these clovers all in here. Actually, there's a good old patch of that blue fairy dust here, but also here, with more of the clovers just kind of sprinkled inside here. This is so rough. Please don't be that rough. Okay, we're good. Awesome. We have the ones, so that blue AB in here, outlining her foot too. We have some more E's sprinkled throughout. White AB. Nope. White fairy dust. White fairy dust here, here, sprinkled in here. We have the 3s, which is that pale yellow all throughout, highlighting in her dress. And here, a big patch of it over here. And then more of the white ABs here, white fairy dust here, up here, and along here as well. What can we see? All of it. Perfect. So more of the 3s, doing some outlining and highlighting in her. The white fairy dust sprinkled in here with some more 3s. We have check marks still sprinkled throughout, like the top. So we have some sprinkled in here and in here. More of the check marks, which is that iridescent in here. The clovers, that blue fairy dust. And all of this, this entire strip is that white fairy dust. That's going to be gorgeous. Okay. So this is Seeding Imagination. Love it. Oh, I'm so happy. And here is... Ooh, look at that. This is our... Sorry, it's rocking. Our washi tape. And then another one of the flowers. Again, I am very excited they're going to be getting rid of these cover minders. I have too many. Okay, we're going to... I'm going to clean this up. But that's it, actually. Sorry, I was going to say I'm going to clean this up and move on to the next one. The next ones I'm unboxing are all my Cyber Monday. Those will be a separate video. Wow. Okay, so I went through 8 kits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Really? Yeah. Okay, I think that was 8 kits. I did a lot of damage on Black Friday, but it's fine because the kits are a really good discount. Thank you for, if you stuck to the end, let me know down below. Put in like a heart or something. Or maybe even if there's a turtle emoji, who knows? Let me know if you made it to the end of this video. I am sure it is going to be a long one. If you stuck to the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I have a ton of other diamond painting content, so if you would like, please check it out. And please consider giving this a like and subscribing for more stuff. Alright, I'm going to end it here. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye!